Okay, we're live.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session, YSBCs around the world. The topic of this conversation, as it says, I'm hearing a bit of an echo. Okay. Yes, we are going to hear from the YSBCs, the Social Business Centers from different countries, what they are doing, the experiences they are having, the challenges they are facing, and what they can do to collaborate and work together. So all the YSBCs are doing different activities throughout the year. Some are doing bigger, some are doing smaller. It doesn't matter. We like to hear all of them. I mean, even if we are not able to hear from some who are not presenting today, please do email us about the activities they're doing, send some pictures, video clips. We would love to share them on our social media. So with that, I welcome our moderator today, Ms. Yanis Valadez, who coordinates the YSBC at UDEM in Mexico. Yanis, please take the floor, and then we welcome Professor Yunus for his opening comments. Yanis.
Very much, Sinat. Good morning from this side of the world and welcome everyone. I'm super happy to see the YY family. So before we start with our panel, I'm gonna ask Professor Yunus to give some messages for the YSBCs around the world. Welcome, Professor Yunus.
Thank you, Yanis. Good to see you on the other side of the world. So from here, from this side of the world to the other side of the world, warm greetings. And warm greetings to all of you who are in the panel and also who are in the audience. This is a very important session because we'll be talking about our experience of YSBC, what needs to be done, what's new coming up, and those kind of things. We know YSBCs are not of same strength in every university. There are 98 YSBCs now in 37 countries. But each one differs from each other, and that's good. It's just not bad. Some with a small facility, they do a good job. Some with elaborate programs they already developed and helping spread the social business words to students and also to other interested people. So this is the YSBC direction. What we see now moving up in that is a kind of research and action research, how to extend to the action research part of it. This would be one area that to focus on. And also now that we have been recognized with the Olympic laurel, which is an important aspect, which is an important dimension that added to us. It was there very quietly, but now it made a big news because we became part of the opening ceremony of Tokyo Olympic 2020. The IOC, International Olympic Committee, recognized us with the Olympic laurel, which is a tremendous honor for all of us. So that has a meaning to YSBCs, to integrate and extend out wherever possible. Not everybody can do that, but many could do that, to a sports world. And it's a good thing that every university has a sports component to it. So it's easy to go and see what is that we are talking about, social business in the sports world. So this is one aspect that I would like to draw your attention and have some kind of action program with them, action research program, action work program, or workshops for them, for the sports people. Sports people is a long, is a huge extended family. They have the sports team, they have the club, they have the federation, they have the international communities, there's a national forum, lots of things. So you can address it. And also sports is also about the sports goods, which is a huge business globally. So you can try it in any direction to make that happen, how it can be done. Another one is the 3-0 Club, as Zinat was explaining to you. This is a new dimension that we want to help, get your help in developing 3-0 clubs and giving them directions, giving them advice to all these young people. 5 young people can get together, form into a 3-0 club. Our whole purpose of social business is to go into the direction of creating a 3-0 world. And in order to create those 3-0 world, we think 3-0 Club is a good step to get the young people to get connected with each other. So this is one idea that the YSBC can explore and see how it happens. Now, many YSBCs are giving courses, giving workshops, consultancy services, and so on. But the one came out with the big one with the AIT Thailand, Asian Institute of Technology. They are offering a master's degree, Jonas Professional Master's Degree in Social Business. Well, that's a kind of a very big jump for them, for all of us, to offer international program, international degree program for the students who are interested in learning at the master level what the social business is and how what the application is. So this would be interesting discussion point, and we'll learn a lot from your discussion. We are looking forward to it, and I welcome you to this session. And thank you, the panelists, for joining us and having this conversation going. Thank you very much, Yanis. Now the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you also for your remarks to inspire all YSBCs. Sometimes we are like in the daily day and we kind of get desperate to see new ideas, how to work together. And thank you very much for marking us like a line in order to continue working and inspiring the world. So now we are going to start. I'm going to give the floor for Professor Maria Isabel from Ysbc. Today, we want to talk about the challenges that YSBCs are facing through, also what they are doing, maybe also to talk about what activities have you done during this year, what kind of collaborations are you having. So, Professor Maria, it's your time to talk. You are on mute.
Good morning, everyone. I'm saying hello from sunny Cali in Colombia, in South America. I'm very happy to see you all, and I'm going to try and make the most of these 4 minutes that were assigned to me. 2021 hasn't been the easiest of years for the world, neither for Colombia, not just the pandemic, but we also experienced a severe internal political crisis that brought the country to a halt. And it was revealed during that crisis that took 6 weeks, a national strike and everything, the same rising inequality, the growing lack of opportunities that Professor Jonas has been addressing. So if anything, that has made it more relevant than before. We have been conducting workshops. In total, we have conducted 32 workshops at community level with community groups, with groups of young people thinking about developing social businesses. So we have been doing all the promotion and all the capacity building. We have also been conducting pieces of consultancy for private companies that are developing new branches, new arms, social businesses within their own value chain. And as always, we have been teaching, always trying to inspire not just young people, but everybody that comes to our courses, master's degrees, undergraduate degrees as well, on the topic of social business and how Professor Jonas has given us the possibility of imagining a future with 3 zeros. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will have one of the final workshops with 17 finalists of a big competition that we also developed this year, making the most of this crisis, a competition for social businesses from young people. So tomorrow we will be working with 17 of these proposals during the whole day, and I will be sending you the results of all these contests and competition, because what it is revealing to us is that young people now have the urge to contribute to social issues, to environmental issues, to social justice issues as well. It is very, very inspiring to see the strength of young people and how here in Colombia, also young people are starting to think and to take charge of these problems that nobody else seems to be taking charge. Thank you very much. That was as short as I could make my contribution. And towards the future, I need to continue doing these workshops. We need to take the message of social business and the promise of social business to every corner of this country that is needing urgently this concept. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Maria. Thank you for your work and thank you for making this inspiration for all YSBCs. I also want to thank you to the Kenya from the Mentor MT Kenya University that is in Nairobi. Thank you very much. I know you have been here all day long and it's a pleasure to have you here. I can see you there. Thank you. Thank you really for being here and hearing us and hearing all the work. So now we are going to pass to our next panelist. Here is Professor Xianwen Shen. I don't know if I say it correct. Sorry for that.
Yes,
From
it's okay.
The Social Business Center from National Central University. Welcome, Doctor.
Yeah, Jonas. Yeah, good to see you. And say hello to Professor Jonas as well. Yes, I would like to maybe share. I only have 4 minutes, so I know. So I have very short presentation. Maybe I think I can share with all of you. So can I share my screen, or can anyone help me? Yes. Okay. So I would like to share my screen. So the Unit Social Business Center at NCU was established about in 2014. So far, it's about more than 6 years. And this center, so far, we have 4 full-time employees to support the activity there. So last year, I think we can, our activity can be separated into 3 parts. First part is about research and the project. So last year, actually, we have, I actually co-author with Alan Richter and Jeremy Nicholas. We have a book called Impact, Generation Impact. So in here, I contribute a chapter about how to measure impact for social policies. So in addition to that, and because I think impact measurement and management are very important. So actually, I was also obtain a certification for impact measurement. So this is so-called level 3 advanced practitioner for impact measurement. So last year, actually, I also helped 2 foundations. One is Yangsen Foundation. One is one of the biggest finance institution, Taixing Foundation. I help them to use the so-called social return on investment approach to measure their impact. And both research, both report also are accredited, are assured. Okay, so this is one of the 2 of the approach, 2 of the report. Actually, I hope the foundation, the charity foundation, to know their impact, and very important, not only measure but also manage their impact. And in addition to research, we also have a local project. So I think very important for this year and last year, we have so-called University Social Responsibility Project. So for example, we have a project actually it's called so-called Social Business and Regional Revitalization Project at Taoyuan City. Because Taoyuan City is one of the social business city in the world. So we would like to use this project to think about how to link the community and also the university, and to revitalize the remote area with social business. This is one of the goal objective of this project. And another project is called Impact Reengineering at the Yamei region. So because we know many social business or also NGO, NPO, they don't know how to measure their impact. So we lead the student, to local community to, with project-based learning to help local community to know how to manage their project. So we call reengineering, impact and reengineering project. And we have a lab called Impact Entrepreneur Lab. So students use project-based learning to know, because I think social entrepreneur very important, not only to make money, but I think the most important thing is to make impact. So we call this Impact Entrepreneur Lab. I think due to limited time, I don't have the second part is called education and incubation. So as I mentioned, we have an impact entrepreneur lab. We have a social business manager program. We also have overseas social business learning. So the impact entrepreneur lab is it's a 1-year program. So we teach students about how to measure impact, how to design social business, and how to use design thinking to design innovative social business product. I think that's very important. And we also have so-called social business manager program. So this kind of program actually is kind of either NGO or NPO or social business. If they have some kind of so-called managerial problem, so give to us. So we will lead the student to help them to solve their managerial problem. So this is called social business manager program. And finally, we have the international overseas learning. So unfortunately, last year we still have, before the pandemic outbreak in Bangladesh, we still have the chance to make the trip. But this year, I think we cannot make the trip. But hopefully, I think next year we can see Professor Jonas at Dhaka or in Bangladesh. Okay, and for education, thank you for Professor Jonas' support. So last year we have the 5th edition of Units Prize. So this year we have the 6th edition. So we just finished the first round. This year we have more than 140 teams, competing for the Units Prize. 140 teams over, I think over 50 universities in Taiwan. I think more than double than last year. So this is one of the very important application program in Taiwan. And finally, we have the monthly gathering. So monthly gathering is focused in Taoyuan. So we have the Taoyuan social business gathering. So we invite social business entrepreneur to share their experience with anyone who want to become a social entrepreneur in Taoyuan City. So this is how the major activity actually hosted by YSBC and NCU. Thank you. That's my sharing.
Thank you very much. Wow, wonderful stuff you're doing over there. I would like to know more about that prize you're talking about. I think that's something that other YSBCs we can replicate and work together. Thank you very much, Dr. Mark. I remember that. So, well, we are passing through our next panelist. It's over here. Dr. Jonas Jawabi from the Tangasa University College.
Okay.
You are here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Welcome.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity also I'm very happy to hear what others are doing. I think we are probably one of the youngest to join the network of YSBC. So I think we are privileged to learn from the others. But we have a long tradition of promoting social entrepreneurship among our students. And so the whole idea of YSBC is very exciting for us. The first thing that, joining the network, we try to do is awareness creation. I think we wanted people to start embracing the whole idea of social business within the university community. So that's what we try to do. We did that this year to create this awareness through a conference that we organized in August. We don't take it for granted that people understand. So it was very good. And we used that opportunity also to design newsletters, to create publicity around that. Our other activities that we plan is around a social business innovation hub. Basically, the idea is to create this space for young people after class where they come to the space. That is where now we build their capacity for innovation. I think that is something that we are setting up. The second is competition for students, because we think also competition gives students energy to see what others are doing, what they can do, and present their idea. That's also another motivating factor for them. We are very particular about student social business coaching. basically accompanying students, so that the idea they have, they are able actually to implement it. We have realized out of experience that the coaching component in the journey of the student is essential. Sometimes students might have an idea, but they don't know how to go about it, and they get lost. So basically, for us, it's become very important to have that. One important thing that we did this year is to complete our BA program in social business innovation. So we have been trying to design that. So which is going to be a program to promote the training of young people in social business. One thing that is unique about this program that we have designed is that it connects students directly to the community. We put a very strong emphasis between social innovation in the community and what students are learning. So I think that's a kind of departure from most of the program that universities they run. So I think that's what we have done so far, and we plan to do in the coming months. But we also think that in terms of challenges, setting up a support system for a student in terms of seed capital for them. I think that's going to be one of the challenges that we have. We have some students, for instance, who have come up with some interesting social business ideas, and they have piloted, and sometimes they get stuck because they don't have that kind of support to move forward. So these are things that we are trying to work out to say, how do we create the support system around the student who have a very innovative business idea. I think that's will make our experience successful. Finally, I think the good thing is that now we have somebody who is going to drive all these activities. Sometimes when we started, we didn't have somebody in place to drive all the programs. But now we have somebody fully dedicated to drive these activities. So we hope that things will move faster. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jonas. Well, if you are the youngest YSBC, you are doing a lot, really. That's amazing. Thank you very much for your work. So now we are going to our next panelist. Professor Henry, are you here already? You ready?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Excellent.
I'm ready. Okay. Dear ladies and gentlemen, Professor Yunus, I would like to start my speech by presenting very quickly my country, the Central African Republic, which is a country that is located in the heart of Africa with 5 million of population. It is among the poorest country in the world with $600. I want to say that the president today, the purpose of my speech is to communicate
Professor
how
Henry,
we are implementing.
can you hear me? It's because we are having you cut off. You're breaking up. I think your internet is a little bit low.
Yeah. Low. Okay. So I said that the purpose of my speech is we are implementing the principle of social business in Central African Republic. We want to, through my business school, we wanted to do is to adopt a program of this, and year after year,
Professor Henry, you're still breaking up.
Will, yes?
You're still breaking up?
Then the cooperation, yes, you heard me. I said that the cooperation with the YSBC open up new perspective to our school. Then our school has adopted program to social business by creating entrepreneurship and social business models across all the cycle, starting from bachelor to master cycle. And the new program are the following: a social business model in the first year of the bachelor degree, entitled From the Idea of the Creation Project. A social business model in the second year of the bachelor degrees, entitled Market Research. Then a social business module in the third year of the bachelor degree, entitled From the Business Plan, and a social business module in the fourth year of the bachelor degrees, entitled From the Idea of the Creation Project. The training program will result in the award of a social business certificate issued by the Central African Office of the YSBC. In addition to this program, in its continuing education catalog, from some module of teaching in entrepreneurship and social business. In conclusion, I want to say CAM School became the cheapest institution of education business school in the Central African Republic, so that it can contribute more than other universities to reducing poverty among young people and fighting precariousness. On this point, I would like to close my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Henry. So now we are passing to our last panelist. It's over here, Professor Eulash Ougali from the Social Entrepreneurship Center, University of Abomey.
Calavi. Abomey Calavi. Okay, thank you. Bonjour.
Good morning, everyone.
Je voudrais remercier le professeur Younous.
Yeah, I would like to say thank you to Professor Yunus.
Et je dis que je suis Elo Jogwale de l'Université d'Abomey Calavi en Afrique de l'Ouest, au Bénin précisément.
I'm Professor Gouale from University of Abomey Calavi in Benin, West Africa.
Le directeur du Centre pour l'entrepreneuriat social, etc. de l'université.
Yeah, Director for Center of Social Entrepreneurship and Business in University.
Alors, comme activité, depuis que nous avons signé le MOU entre le Uno Center et l'Université d'Abomey Calavi, nous avons réalisé 4 activités majeures.
As part of our activity, we have achieved after signing MOU with Uno Social Business Center, we have done 4 main activities already.
première activité, c'est le lancement qui a eu lieu le 15 septembre avec la participation remarquable du professeur Younous, du recteur, du vice-recteur chargé des affaires académiques de l'Université d'Abomey-Calavi, avec 200 participants, compris les étudiants, les professeurs, les personnes ressources.
The first activity was the launching of the new Social Business Center of Benin, where we were honored to have Professor Yunus with us, and the Vice Chancellor of the university, and 15 other professors. We were about 200 students involved.
Après ce lancement, nous avons organisé 2 réunions entre étudiants et professeurs.
So we have 2 major meetings between students and professors to discuss how to work on the center.
On a mis en place un staff interne pour la mise en œuvre de l'accord que l'université a signé avec nos centers.
So we have been able to install a team for this social business center in the university. We will be working on all the missions.
Grâce à Madame Zinat et vous-même, Monsieur le Président, qui transmettez, nous avons eu beaucoup de ressources, en tout cas des informations sur la vision du Centre Younous, et avec le MOU qu'on a signé, on a partagé ça entre nous pour renforcer les capacités et que chacun comprenne l'objectif et ce que nous devons faire dans le centre d'habilité, le partenariat.
Thanks to Mrs. Zinat and David and other people involved, we could understand and get more resources, and now we are developing the strategy for implementing this new challenge.
Voilà, donc en dehors de ce groupe qu'on a, il y a un groupe de travail qui est composé des étudiants, des entrepreneurs et d'autres personnes ressources qu'on a mis aussi en place.
We have another team of composed by students, entrepreneurs, and other resource persons that will be working also with us.
Ce groupe fonctionne avec Internet, c'est-à-dire qu'on a créé un forum WhatsApp et on partage les informations, les idées. Ils font la foi aux idées de projets, les business sociaux, et on valide ça et chacun fait pour le moment. Et avec le temps, on va organiser, réaliser les projets qui seront retenus.
Yeah. So currently we develop a platform, internal platform where we're discussing projects with students or with different component professors. So now we are brainstorming and validating some business idea, and after we'll retain some good idea that will be bring out for everyone to see.
Pour le moment, ce sont les activités majeures que nous avons déjà réalisées, mais déjà dans les communications qui sont déjà passées, j'ai eu beaucoup d'informations déjà et nous allons nous inspirer de ce que les autres font déjà avec nos propres intelligences pour améliorer, accroître, en tout cas, continuer de mettre en œuvre l'accord que l'université a signé avec Younous Center.
As for now, these are the major activities we are doing to develop properly this social business center in Benin. And as we join this session also, we are also learning from other people's experience, which will also give us more knowledge to develop more our social business center in Benin.
Longue vie au professeur Younous. Merci beaucoup à tous les participants et à bientôt. Au nom du recteur de l'Université d'Abomey-Calavi.
Long life to Professor Younous. Thank you to all the participants, and thank you in the behalf of the University of Abomey-Calavi and the Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you, Professor Loach. So we still have few minutes, and I would like to ask anyone from our panelists. I know you're doing wonderful stuff in your universities, but someone that could tell us a little bit about what challenges are you facing right now and what kind of support are you looking for?
Professeur, on dit quelles sont les difficultés que les panélistes ici ont actuellement, sont en train de rencontrer et quels sont les types de soutien qu'ils ont besoin.
I think Professor Jonas.
I can go first. Yeah, I think I mentioned one of the challenges that we are facing is basically find a support system for the students, or that so that the idea they have, they're actually able to implement it before they complete their program. The second thing, I think there is a potential that we are not yet tapping into, learning from each other, learning from the experience of other universities, what they are doing with the YSBC. So the idea that Zenad mentioned at the beginning, I think for us is crucial to be able to connect and then learn from each other. I think for us, it's something that we need really to activate. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Jonas. Someone else who wants to add something for the idea that Professor Jonas is saying? What kind of support are you looking for your challenges?
Yeah, I think maybe I can share. Yes, of course. I think two things. First thing is about getting funding. Because we have a lot of activities, so how to find funding is very challenging for us, and so that's the reason why. So far, I think we are well established in Taiwan. So when we apply to the ministry, because ministry has many projects available. So I think so far we can apply funding from the ministry, for example, Ministry of Education or Ministry of Science and Technology. I think that's probably one of the approach the other YSBC can think about it. And of course, we also help, as I mentioned, I also help charity foundations, to measure their social impact. So I also can get some funding, for such kind of project. So how to make the industry sector know how you can help them. I think also very important. From the other side, about another challenge is even though we established for 6 years, I think most of students still, how to say, lack of motivation, to devote it into this area. I think, as Professor Yunus mentioned, doing social business in a fun way very important. So I'm thinking about how to make the social business program more interesting, more fun element inside. So I think if other people can also share us about how to motivate students, because so far when we recruit, for example, we recruit students, to join our program, to join our activities, we still need to push very hard to persuade them why we want to do this, why you have to sacrifice your activities for social business. We still need to try very hard to design such programs. So probably Yanis or other people can also share us. Maybe we can find some very fun element, embedded into our program. That's what I think. Mm-hmm.
I can continue now, if you can hear me. As I mentioned earlier on, this year has been very, very challenging, but I think in particular regarding the Jonas Center for Social Innovation within Ysbc University, the biggest challenge has been managing to mainstream this topic within the whole university structure. We have done a very, very intelligent work of trying to put it slowly within different disciplines. So right now there is a content of social business in a master's degree in not just in social innovation, the one that I manage, but also in another master's degree in enterprise creation. Now I am teaching there within a master's in enterprise creation, within the Faculty of Economics. I'm teaching their social business. And also we have a new master's degree in sustainability that comes from the engineering department. There we are also showing what shape sustainability can take. So it is a matter of time and making sure that social business is not just understood as the remit of the Jonas Center. They are the ones that deal with social business, but actually understood as a transversal strategy that can apply to everyone and to every faculty and discipline. And the main challenge that we have for 2022 will be finding the finance funding, basically doing the fundraising, because we need to continue supporting emerging social businesses. I need to be able to find seed capital for those emerging social businesses. And also we do need to keep on organizing the social business competition for young people. This year is its first version, but I want it to be every year because it is very much needed. So those, I will say, are my biggest two challenges.
Thank you, Professor Maria. I want also to welcome, and I know over here is Professor Cam Donaldson, and suddenly I'm going to speak and say, Cam, can you join us to the conversation? And Dr. Faiz also is over here, and I want to welcome to this conversation, because I want to ask for all of you and from Cam and Dr. Faiz that are here, that they are the seniors YSBCs around the network. How can we encourage another universities to join the YSBCs family? How can we tell them and get inspired? Over here in Latin America, I have talked to many universities. Sometimes they came with some, I don't know, some kind of worries because they say how to start, why it's important to start this. So I think Cam Donaldson and Dr. Faiz, you're here. Can you help us like giving an answer for this question? And also if someone of our panelists wants to say something, because today we are having a great audience over there. Mount Kenya University is with us, and I think a lot of people is hearing us. How can we encourage, inspire to other people working in the academia field to join the family, to join this movement?
I'd be happy to start if people can hear me. I mean, we have the 3 zeros. What I see here, if we can add to that kind of sort of vernacular, two O's. What I see is lots of optimism amongst the presenters, and it's great to see existing and new centres offering what they're doing and what the challenges are. And then what I also see in terms of another O is opportunity, just tremendous opportunity for collaboration. And so I would offer 2 observations on that, both within universities and between universities. So the first observation, I think, in terms of the struggles that, say, Maria Isabel and others have alluded to within the university, and I mean, I'm saying this, but some people, you've probably already done this, but a very simple thing to do when you're starting out, I think, is just to go around the university, talk to different departments and faculties about the Jonas Centre, what it is you're trying to do, and take a very broad view of which disciplines and areas of activity you think could contribute to your Jonas Centre. So it's not always just, say, within the business school. There could be lots of other areas within the university who could contribute to the centre, and then begin to for those that are more enthusiastic and fit with your plan, make them members. So you're very much then beginning to embed the Jonas Centre within the university architecture. And I think those discussions across the different disciplinary boundaries, I think, would lead to really quite exciting prospects in terms of teaching and research that could be done together. The second thing is a bit briefer, but we really, I think, are concerned within the YSBC network, not in a negative way, but we are concerned about trying to enhance collaboration. I think someone said at the beginning that there's lots of collaboration going on within regions, so say within different pockets of Asia, within Europe, within other parts of the world. But what we need, I think, is to try and build on top of that. That's all great. So we need to build on top of that more architecture to collaborate even further and sort of inter-regionally. So with LAMIA and the YSBC network office, a few of us have put together a questionnaire that we're going to send to every YSBC about what they see as the potential for collaboration and how prepared they see themselves in order to participate. Now, you don't have to be super prepared and very advanced to participate, because a lot of funders will, I think, fund things like, say, capacity building, where perhaps more experienced and advanced groups are working with those that are just new to a field. So we want people to be very honest about where they see themselves at in terms of their stage of development, because to have that range in some senses is often better for trying to attract new funds into the area to allow us to collaborate on a more substantial basis than all the great work that's going on right now. So that's all I would want to say, Jonas. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're welcome, Cameron. Someone open his micro. Professor Maria, I think you're open micro. Would you add something? Like to add something, sorry? Okay, well, so I don't know if another university would like to say about something, how to inspire, encourage another universities. As I said, it's happening. We are working here in the Latin America region with some projects. Actually, we are working 2 projects between each of us. We are trying to launch also something international between YSBCs. From here, you're going to have some notices next week probably. But well, over here, Dr. Faiz, they encouraged me to tell you that if you can add something, you're here. I think he.
Yeah.
Over here, yeah.
Yes, I think this is Murphy's Law at work. I was there all along, and then I went for a short while, and I was called. Anyway, yes, indeed. I'm very delighted, to see that the YSP network is now finally reaching out to each other more effectively than before. Primarily also because we are now in strength, much more kind of in numbers as well, and in diversity. So with you, Yanis, I think we're delighted that, we're going to build this mentorship program together with you. And we've had this tradition of bringing in a lot of young people from Latin America to Bangkok. And so as the travel and mobility situation improves, I hope there'll be more opportunity to crisscross, and send students over from Asia and Africa and bring people in from Latin America as well. So the details, of course, will emerge from our discussions that we're having over the next couple of weeks. But I think the key here is creating this momentum and linking that to the 3.0 networks that we're also building very rapidly. So I noticed that the number every time I check has increased. So the momentum is definitely rising. Now, a number of these 3.0 clubs will, of course, want to actively participate in their own social businesses. Hopefully, that's something that we can look forward to. And for that, to equip them, I think this exchange, this unified mentorship, this using the same principles that we all learn initially in Dhaka and then through our other partners, and then creating a unified message that is tested across various countries, etc. Will actually build a kind of I might, perhaps for want of a better word, better branding for the young people that come out of the YSBC network. And then I think that is what excites me, at least. I'm sorry I was not here all along, but I hope this is useful, Yanis.
Super helpful and useful, Dr. Faiz. Actually, yeah, you make the remarks. We are planning something international, and we are happy to share this. And we don't know how it's going to work, but we know we have the emotion, and we are excited to join. And what the pandemic tell us to everyone is that we don't have a limit between our barriers or frontiers. So it's amazing to count with our people, with our friends around the world, and said, let's join and let's try to give some power to our network, but not only to our network, to inspire more young people to join us, to see the benefits of making social businesses. It's super helpful, and how also we can acknowledge better commitments from the young people. 3-0 Club is one of the greatest, I think, innovations in this year, because it helps us to join in and to say we can do something. And as universities, we need to commit in a knowledge to share more information about how to construct, how to build, how to do great social businesses. So thank you very much, Dr. Faiz and Cam, for joining the conversation. We are almost about to wrap. I don't know if someone of our panelists or presenters want to add something, any end comment about our work and what you're doing. If not, I wanted to say something in Spanish that we say when it's like we are ending them, like it says, hable ahora, calle para siempre. That's like talk now or shut up for all the day. But well, so if not, I want to ask, is over here Miss Lamia? I think so. I don't know if you want to give some messages for our YSBCs.
Hi, thanks, Yanis. I was just thinking right now is that, as Zeenat mentioned at the start of the session, Unicenter's role in all of this is try to facilitate as much as possible the work that all of you are doing, the fantastic work that all of you are doing, and facilitate the connections between you, and to make resources available in whatever way it's possible. We don't have any funding, but we can help to make connections. So we would just like to request everyone in the network that we are at your disposal for any suggestions and proposals for what Unicenter can do with its connections to help your work. That's what we are here. We don't direct the work that the YSBCs do. The YSBCs are very much directed by their own energy and their own initiatives in different fields where they consider it important. We have the framework of social business, which is very important for us, and that's why we signed this TOR with you, that what the work that you are trying to do is actually promote social business the way Professor Yunus has defined it. That is important for us because we don't want people to deviate into other things and confuse what the movement is about. But that's the extent to which we get involved. The rest is really up to the YSBCs to power the movement and to do. So I would just leave with the request that please let us know what we can do at the Unicenter in whatever limited way to help build the work. So this SBAC and the summit and the social business day meetings, this is part of what we think we can do to help to build the connections. But anything more that you think would be useful, we are there to hear and respond to the extent that we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lamia. And super important to know the role of YC with us as YSBCs. I remember the first day I asked Professor Yunus, and what is a YSBC going to do? Like, what's the role I need to have? And he told me, you need to join this SBAC. And I was like, great. thank for your advice for it, but I need more. Like, and I think here is the role of the universities to inspire other universities, because we can't leave all the work to Juno Center. It's like we can't leave all the work to the government. It's like the same. We can't leave all the work to Juno Center. So I remember 2 years ago in Berlin, I say, if someone receives an email, please answer that email, because if Juno Center is getting to you for something and asking for something, is because they're trying to connect all the network, and we want to facilitate. So please don't let us let the email go to the trash, and answer it, please, because we want to connect between us. And well, so we are almost done. We're in our end. I want to invite Professor Yunus. I know you're here still. Thank you very much for staying. But I will ask to conclude with some remarks for our YSBCs network.
So you are on mute.
Mute. Okay. Oh, that's a good discussion you had about the YSBCs. It's a potential is a lot. It's a question of how much initiative each YSBC can take. That's an important part of it. And there are lots of things on the plate. You can choose. There's a menu. You don't have to do everything, but you prioritize which one of the work that you want to do first, and so on. Clarifying idea is an important thing, what this social business is all about. And it's not limited to the department that you belong to, whoever is the head of the YSBC. It belongs to the whole university, whole campus. Everybody, every single department can be involved in that. That's why I was in the beginning mentioning sports as an idea. There's a whole program for sports. You can start talking to the young people who are the players in the sports, and who are the organizers with the having competitions and so on. So this is a beginning, and trying to understand the problems within the sports world itself. It's a huge world. So, but it's in your neighborhood, right inside your own campus. So see what is there and what can be done, what others are doing. One way is to bring to the campus only the information about what others do. That's a very important thing to do. You don't have to invent everything yourself. Just bringing the ideas, bringing the actual works being done in other places, that will lead a very important thing. Now, as I said about the 3-0 club, you can play a role just to clarifying to them in whatever question they may have. Invite them, to encourage them to ask questions, and you cannot answer all those questions. Take it to somebody else. Like we said, 3-0. 3-0, the first thing is about environment, about the global warming. So if you have an environmental department, get them connected with the environmental department. What can they do? What are the steps they can undertake? We keep telling that at least you can begin by planting a tree as a symbolic one. So this is one. That brings you to the Department of Forestry. What kind of tree should we be planting? How far apart they should be? What kind of land we should be choosing? Where do we get the seedlings and so on? So these are the kind of things that everybody should get involved. This is not academic in the sense you just sit there, read books. It's about the world around you and how to address that problem that you see. So environment is there, and wealth concentration is there. This is a huge issue. Find out within your own country what is the situation of wealth distribution, and try to get those information, get your students to dig up information about the wealth concentration in your country, in your state, in your province, or wherever you are. What are the global information in that? What are the regional information about that? So play around with that information. That information alone is a very exciting information. You can share it in the press, discussing what you have seen about the concentration of wealth and how it is growing. Concentration is growing. And these information are available somewhere. You get your students to dig it up and put them into nice little 1-page article or 2-page article. You produce something. This is your research work. It's a very solid, definitely very important work for that. And employment is a big issue. It's not limited to only Department of Business or Department of Economics. It implies everybody else. So how do generate that information of employment, transformation of entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth. So as I said, there's lots of things on the table. The menu is a very long menu. So pick up the one that comes easy and share this information. If you're looking for somebody to who is looking for that, share this information with each other and let us know if we can be helpful to you. That's all. It's a wonderful way to kind of expand yourself beyond the classroom, beyond the routine work that you do. You spread yourself in a global context and get your students get very excited about it. Your student doesn't mean hundreds of students. You just take 4 or 5 students who are really seriously pursuing this kind of thing. There's lots of students who want to get involved with understanding what's going on in COP26, what is about the IPCC report. Ask someone to give a one-page summary of the IPCC report. What is happening that the scientists are telling us in one page. See how encouraging thing they come up with. Involve them, and you will get excited by the attention you get from the students by assigning them specific kind of tasks they're interested in. So those are the kind of things we can do very well. And share this information with each other. It's a good conversation, but this is the beginning of the conversation. This is not the end of the conversation. Good luck. Thank you, Yanis.
Thank you very much, for Professor Yunus. Thank you very much for inspiring words. And it's truly like sometimes we just think about what we are doing in the academic area and we don't see to the other areas. Now I have some ideas and I like that. And also something that I can tell to other universities is that we have a report that you can see in the Social Business Media website. I'm also promoting that. There are some tools over there that you can help to see what we are doing as YSBCs. And it's super easy to start. Just say, I want to do it, and talk to any one of us in the network, and we will be pleasure to help you and to connect also. Right now,
just to mention 3 specific things, if you in case you need them. There is an organization called Yunus Sports Hub. They're all dealing with all the sports kind of. They're involved in designing the Paris Olympic. So your students may be interested in understanding what is going on with Paris Olympic. Why it's so important? What is the Social Business Olympic is all about? So you connect with them. They are there to help you, disseminate information for you. So all sports-related thing can be directly addressed to Yunus Sports Hub, which is based in Paris. And then all environmental issues, there is a specific social business Yunus Environment Hub. So you can go into that to discuss with that what they are doing, what we can do, and those. So there are specific organizations that you want to deal with, and there is 30 Global Center, which is based in Dhaka. So all the related issues about 30 clubs, you can direct them straight to the 30 Global Center, and their job is to tell you what's going on, what needs to be done, what can be done, what's next coming up, those kind of things. So there'll be a session on the 30 Club during the GSBS in the next conference, the summit that we'll be having. And the 30 Club themselves will have their own convention during this conferences that we're having on the 9th. So you can participate, find out what they're doing, what they're talking about. So these are the connecting points that you can enhance your understanding of the whole situation of social business. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Yunus. That's super helpful also. So there are our tools. Now we are closing our panel. I'm sending the microphone to Sinat in order to close everything.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. This has been a great session. It's always wonderful to know what our YSBCs are up to and what their plans are. I think the take-home message over here is collaboration. Continue doing the activities you were doing and also collaborate with other YSBCs in your network. There are many great opportunities, as Professor Yunus also mentioned, that sports being one of them. Every university has a sports section, and maybe there may be many promising athletes over there who could, benefit from being associated with our network and the activities of our network. So please feel feel free to tap in our network and respond to our emails, connect with other YSBCs, and I'm sure many great outcomes will be coming out of that. The European network and the Asian network, all of them are doing activities from time to time. So please feel free to connect, check the activities. All our events are shared on our social businesspedia or social media, the Yunus Center Facebook page, the Yunus Social Business Center Facebook page. So you'll be able to find out information from there. And again, a big thank you to all our YSBC directors, partners, representatives, students who are working tirelessly to do the events, competitions, etc. We will have a social business competition coming up involving YSBCs. So this is a great opportunity for you to showcase your ideas on social business, share your social business plans. Maybe it could just get picked up and turn into a real business. Who knows? So many opportunities, and I welcome everyone to join. Again, the updates on it will be on our social businesspedia and our social media. So looking forward to having you all join in those upcoming events. So thank you again to all our speakers and moderator for making this session so engaging. And we look forward to seeing you in our upcoming sessions. For now, this session ends over here. There are 2 paper presentation sessions happening simultaneously that will be starting in about 25 minutes. Again, the format will be that it will be happening in the breakout rooms. There are the breakout room boxes underneath your screen. You can check on that and choose the session. There are simultaneous parallel sessions happening, and we will be starting in a few minutes. Meanwhile, if our speakers and moderator of the paper presentation sessions are already in, you can turn your camera on and